Soon as y'all come in the building. We must meditate. Everybody smash that like button. We must pray for Oprah Winfrey. And we must pray for Stedman. God does not like ugly. God does not like ugly. And what goes around comes around. Everybody come in the building. Shout out to all of y'all. We must meditate. Ooh, ooh, come and see. Ooh, ooh, come and see. The moon is dancing. Come and see. Come and see. This is America. Come and see. Come and see. The moon is dancing. The moon is dancing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Shout out to everyone in the building. This is how karma works during survival. So this woman disrespected the late great Whitney Houston, and now allegedly Oprah Winfrey and Oprah Winfrey's Timo wig, Pierce her Bible, was just rushed to the hospital. We got to blow out these demonic candles. This is insane, guys. Shout out to all of y'all. Now, I don't know if Oprah Winfrey and her demonic Hollywood crew told her to do this, because everybody's cussing her out for disrespecting Whitney Houston and calling her a drug addict and a dope fiend, pure survival, when this woman is already deceased. She's gone. She ain't here to defend herself, pure survival. And none of us sit around and think about Whitney Houston being on drugs years ago, where we all have addictions and things that we are fighting. Oprah! What about you and Gayle King? What about your secret gay love affair? Why ain't you talking about you and Gayle King running around with Jada Pinkett's dildo, Pure Survival, blowing men's backs out? Why is Stedman trapped inside of that freak-off dungeon and we ain't seen this man in years? And every time you get in trouble with the black community, Pure Survival, you want to say that you in the hospital. Every time. Oprah Winfrey, I don't even believe you in the hospital. Remember the last time you went to the hospital, said you had a stomach virus, Pure Survival? Because you want us to feel bad for you. But you disrespect Whitney Houston and told everybody she fell off stage and it was supposed to have been some kind of secret. Yo, this lady is crazy, guys.
Everybody I've ever known that has access to my email has called me to say, are you all right? Thanks.
She had some kind of stomach flu where stuff was coming out of both ends. I won't get too graphic.
Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King hitting back at health headlines after the CBS Mornings host shared this concerning update Tuesday.
But needless to say, she ended up in the hospital, dehydration, had an IV, so it was...
Now, do y'all remember when Gayle King and Gayle King's Timo wig, Pure Survival, Mrs. RuPaul, when she said that Oprah was in the hospital for a stomach virus? These people lie and say that they're hospitalized and all this type of shit, just like for whatever that they do it for. Just like what was the reason for her calling Whitney Houston saying that she was a drug addict? Now you want us to believe that you're in the hospital suffering, Pure Survival? You and Gayle King both are evil and y'all demonic. And you did the same thing right here.
After the CBS Mornings host shared this concerning update Tuesday.
But needless to say, she ended up in the hospital, dehydration, had an IV, so it was a very serious thing.
I never said you were hospitalized. I did say that you had a stomach something was coming out of both sides, which it was. You were dehydrated.
Do you hear these liars? Gayle King and Gayle King's Timu wig just told motherfucker Oprah Winfrey that I never said that you were hospitalized. I just said that you had diarrhea coming out of your ears and the back of your head. Pills of Bible. These women are evil. We cannot trust them. They are vampires. And she literally admitted to lying about Oprah being in the hospital the last time. Even Oprah said, "Why you say I'm in the hospital for?" Pills of Bible. But this is a story that y'all made up. Just like you made up this whole story about Whitney Houston being on drugs. I'm showing you that they're liars. Everybody smash that like button if y'all think that Oprah Winfrey is evil.
The IV, so it was a very serious thing.
No, I never said you were hospitalized. I did say that you had a stomach something, it was coming out of both sides, which it was. You were dehydrated,
Yeah, like dry mouth, and I couldn't keep enough water down to get hydrated. So I went to the emergency room for that.
So she said she had a dry mouth, pierce her Bible, because she was giving sloppy toppy to Clive Davis and his shitty diapers, pierce her Bible. She said that she was foaming and she was dehydrated. How can you make somebody's wiener disappear if your motherfucking mouth is dehydrated? Oprah, pierce her Bible. She done gave Clive Davis so much head that her motherfucking shit got dry. She got rushed to the hospital for giving too much bobblehead. Probably giving bobblehead to Gayle King. Pierce her Bible. That's who you was giving bobblehead to. Gayle King, a.k.a. Rude motherfucking Paul. This is crazy, guys.
You were dehydrated, yeah.
Like dry mouth, and I couldn't keep enough water down to get hydrated. So I went to the emergency room for that.
This friend has always wanted more from me than I ever wanted for myself.
Oprah's bestie wanting to explain her absence with those initial comments, including that TMI both ends detail.
So they're both liars. So she couldn't make it to work. So she told Gayle King to go up there and lie and say I'm in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so glad that Monique grinded her up. Because the things that you said about Whitney Houston, ma'am, was awful. You had no reason to say what you said right here about.
The day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage.
Whitney Houston's estate is firing back on Oprah Winfrey's claims that the late singer had relapsed during her final appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show. On Tuesday, June 23rd, Winfrey received Ken Lyons' Lionheart Award and revealed in a conversation on stage that the final time Houston joined the show in 2009.
Look at the fake love. So she told you, please don't tell nobody that I showed up to your show high, so high that I could touch the sky, pierce her Bible, and she trusted and believed in you, Oprah. Just like all them kids that you were adopting in those other countries, pierce her Bible, they believed in you too, Oprah. You had people going to jail for mistreating children, allegedly. They work for you, and that's not alleged, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But those kids trusted you, Oprah, and so did Whitney Houston. All we can think about when we think about Whitney Houston is her beautiful goddamn voice. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. And you are a snake because she told you, if this really happened, why did Oprah tell us recently to try to disrespect the black community all because Clive Davis and Clive Davis shitty diapers passed away? So they said, the Illuminati said, look, we need you to go out and be disrespectful to your own kind. You know what I'm saying? Whitney Houston ain't did a damn thing wrong to you. She believed and trusted you, and you did this demonic behavior. Pure survival. Even if you was in the hospital, we don't give a damn.
She fell off the stage when she wasn't sober.
I was interviewing Whitney Houston on one of her last interviews, and we did the whole, hey girl, how you doing, greeting thing, and then I stopped the cameras, and I went behind stage, and I said, so tell me, what do you want? What do you want to happen here? And I'm going to tell you what I want to happen here. And that was...
And you see how evil she is? So she said she pulled Whitney Houston to the back of the stage and said, tell me, what do you want to happen, Whitney? And I'm gonna tell you what I want to happen. No, it's the Illuminati stuff that y'all wanted this woman to stay high. You know what I mean? So y'all can unalive her, allegedly. This is my belief, pure survival. You know what I mean? So y'all can make money off of her death. That's what happened. 1,400 people, guys. Everybody smash that like button in the building. Oprah Winfrey, nobody cares.
Behind stage, and I say, so tell me, what do you want? What do you want to happen here? And I'm going to tell you what I want to happen here. And that was one of the most powerful interviews. And do you all know this is an amazing thing that happened? I had such trust from the Oprah show audience that Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with—
You see how disrespectful she is right there? She said, I trusted my audience and Whitney has gone back on drugs. How do you know she went back on drugs, Oprah? Pure survival. Were you the drug supplier? Is it true that allegedly Ray J worked for you and Clive Davis shitty diapers? How did you know that she was gone back on drugs? Did y'all hear that? Smash that like button if y'all think Oprah and her Tima wig is lying. Because why did she say that she going back on drugs? Did she tell you she was on drugs?
Tell you what I want to happen here. And that was one of the most powerful interviews. And do you all know this is an amazing thing that happened? I had such trust from the Oprah show audience that Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her when we gone behind stage and I asked her about her intention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage.
Now, y'all hear how disrespectful that is? She went backstage with me. She was sober. Then when she came to the show, she was sky high and she fell on the stage. But Oprah Winfrey never told the world, because I didn't even know, that she fell on stage. Were you high? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Oprah fell on stage because she was high. Pure survival. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think she just fell on stage. Just because why would you talk about somebody else falling, man, when you fell?
Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her when we gone behind stage and I asked her about her intention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage.
The media mogul went on to share that she knew the impact it would have on Houston if this.
So you know that she's just not a real friend at all, guys. Look at this. Whitney Houston was down to earth, pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? So she trusted and believed her. How many people done trusted and believed Oprah Winfrey, pure survival, and got backstabbed? Look at what she did to Monique. Monique made a little bit of money off of Precious. In that movie, she damn near should have got an Oscar, pure survival. Then they wanted to force her to go promote the movie, but not even give her no money. We've heard so many stories, Mrs. Weinstein, pure survival. You won't say nothing bad about Weinstein. You won't say nothing bad about Epstein, pure survival. You've been on all these freaky islands, Oprah. You hung out with Russell Simmons and you ironed Russell Simmons' yoga pants. Pure survival. Why ain't you saying nothing about that, Oprah? All of these demons. You literally had a cookout at Diddy Glover's freak off dungeon. You would have won on the motherfucking grill in a freak off gown at Diddy's freak off dungeon, Oprah. That's when they should have locked you up. But I believe that Jay-Z's hairstyle and Oprah and Clive Davis Pampers all set Diddy Glover up. So they all could run for the freak off border. Pure survival. Her and Modea and Gail's Regina. This is crazy, guys. She believed that you would keep her secrets if this really happened. Pure survival. And you waited till she passed away to disrespect her and tell the world. And Whitney Houston's sister is outraged. Smash that like button, guys. So we all should be outraged.
In front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage.
The media mogul went on to share that she knew the impact it would have on Houston if the story was leaked and begged the studio audience to keep it to themselves.
And I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would.
So she said she begged the audience not to put the pictures out because she knew that it would ruin Whitney Houston's life. You know what I'm saying? And her career. So why you didn't think that her family would be heartbroken for you to sit here after she is dead and gone in heaven? Oprah, pure survival. I don't think that your wig, that Timu wig, is gonna make it to heaven. Pure survival from the demonic things that you were allegedly connected to, ma'am. So you think that her family wanted to hear about what you're saying? Nobody knew that she fell on stage at your show. You volunteered after Clive Davis' Pampers passed away, pure survival. You just most seriously brought up Whitney Houston in a messed up, mindless way, guys. Smash that like button. Is 1,800 people. We should have 1,000 likes in the building. Double tap that screen. This woman is allegedly in the hospital, but I don't believe her and I don't believe Gayle King. I think that is a lie, guys, but I'm telling y'all, allegedly, she's in the hospital because everybody is coming down on her about Whitney Houston, pure survival. So now she want us to feel like she's America's daughter and want us to feel bad for her. No, we feel bad for Whitney's family and Whitney because she can't even rest in peace without you and your Timo wig trying to disrespect her. That's how we feel.
And I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
And what about?
That would not happen today, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Now,
You hear that? She's full of crap. We got 2,000 people, guys. Smash that like button. What happened to these kids, Oprah? What happened to these kids?
A former dormitory matron at Oprah Winfrey's South African girls' school looked nervous and sullen as her trial got underway. Tiny Virginia Makopo is charged with assaulting and abusing 6 teens and a fellow 23-year-old dorm matron. But
Y'all hear that? 6 teens. This woman is charged for assaulting 6 teens in another country, pure survival, and she was hired by Oprah. How is this even possible? You're supposed to be a whole big-time billionaire, trillionaire, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And all the money that you got, why do you feel like you got to disrespect Whitney Houston? And she's not even here. But what about the damn people you hired? Did you do a criminal background check on this lady, pure survival? She assaulted 6 children that was under you. She worked for you, ma'am, pure survival. You should have did a damn criminal background check just on her wig alone. Her wig alone should have had a criminal background check, pure survival. She got knobs and all types of stuff inside of that wig. This is crazy, guys. This was Oprah's school. Where are these children at? Where is Stedman at? Free Stedman. Smash that like button, guys. Listen to this.
a former dormitory matron at Oprah Winfrey's South African girls' school looked nervous and sullen as her trial got underway. Tiny Virginia Makopo is charged with assaulting and abusing 6 teens and a fellow 23-year-old dorm matron. But the 28-year-old denies the charges.
Her plea was that she denies all the allegations against her, and she declined to give any plea explanation. She did not raise any defense. They are reserving her defense.
So she denies all claims, but she don't have no defense. A person that worked for you, Oprah, a person that worked for you. Shout out to Monique. Monique went in on her, guys. Monique G-checked her as she should because you disrespect Monique. You had her family come on your show just to try to destroy her career. It's so much that this woman did that's not even funny. But listen what Monique said about what Oprah said about Whitney Houston.
What's the one question you would like to ask me that no one has asked me?
That's an even better one. Now, how you gonna hit me back with
Because I don't know the questions. I don't know what you want an answer to.
What is a secret conversation you have had on the side with somebody in the industry that you have never told, but it will make an impact on the industry? It would shake the table.
Oh my goodness. Baby, if I tell you who I had the secret conversation with, it's gonna shake the table.
You asked me what I want. I want to know.
Jesse Jackson.
Okay.
That's it.
What
Now, Monique says she had a secret conversation with Jesse Jackson, Pure Survival, but she refused to tell the world because that was their secret. The man is, he's resting in peace right now. So Monique is doing the right thing. And Oprah Winfrey, she can't keep no secret. No, she wants to disrespect. You know what I'm saying? She wants to disrespect people while they're gone.
And shake because our brother's no longer with us.
Yeah.
And it would be unfair. So you gotta play fair. Because I will not speak of a person about any conversation, about any incidents, about anything that they cannot say yes or no to. Because when you do that, that becomes unfair to the baby. Because they don't have they can't say, well, yes, that happened or that didn't happen. But I'll just say, brother Jesse Jackson. And it wasn't a bad thing. It was just brother Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, Oprah actually recently talked about Whitney Houston in an interview. Oh, that's why you said, okay, well, there's that. She said that Whitney, kind of passed out and might have alluded to maybe.
You already know Monique was talking about Oprah when she said you can't bring up something like that about somebody when they're no longer here because they're not here to defend it. They can't.
Do y'all agree with that? Smash that like button if y'all agree that you shouldn't talk about the dead because they're not here to defend themselves. Pure survival. If a person's not here to defend themselves, why would you be talking about them where they can't even say, hey, look, she lying. This never happened. This did happen. That's what Monique is saying.
Spawn, they can't say yes, that happened or no, that didn't happen. Oprah, though, Oprah doesn't have any boundaries. She brought up Whitney this week out of nowhere, telling this whole story about her falling and blaming it on drugs. Something her estate came out denying. And even the witnesses actually there with Whitney, they went along with her to that Oprah set for 2 days straight. Whitney's bodyguard and her stylist, both of them said Oprah was lying about the drugs.
Now tell me, why would Whitney Houston, bodyguard, her stylist, all of them people said that Oprah Winfrey was lying? Pure survival. What would she make up that story for? Can somebody tell me in the chat, why did she make up this story about Whitney Houston falling on stage at her show? Witnesses that was there saying that it's a whole lie. That's why I told y'all, allegedly, sources close to her is saying she's in the hospital right now, wanting us to feel bad for her. I think she's lying again. I'm telling y'all, I don't believe her. You know what I'm saying? And if she is in the hospital, it's only to try to get us back on her side. And it's not happening over here. Smash that like button. Everybody, double tap that screen.
She's up here calling it out. She's like, how was Oprah talking about somebody falling on stage when she fell on stage? Like, was she on something too?
Did Oprah fall on stage? Wellness to me means all things in balance. And balance doesn't mean all things are equal or at peace at all times.
Whoa! Look at that. She talking about Whitney Houston falling on stage. Pure survival. Oprah Winfrey and Oprah Winfrey's Timu wig just took a dive. Pure survival. She fell and her legs was in the motherfucking air. Her whole legs was in the air like she was at a freak-off dungeon. Look at this. You have no room, ma'am, to talk about somebody falling on stage. And when you look like you on that commercial, I'm falling and I can't get the fuck up. Pure survival. Shout out to Reddy, just hit that super chat. Pure survival. We are surviving Oprah Winfrey's Timu wig falling on the motherfucking ground. When she was rushed to the hospital, I bet you her wig had to have its own ambulance. Pure survival. Let's look at Oprah fall again.
Things in balance. And balance doesn't mean all things are equal or at peace at all times.
Whoa!
Long shoes.
I don't know, I ain't seen it.
And we didn't see how she tripped. Nothing. She just went down. We saw that. We saw her. She was walking and they found. And everybody was like, where she said the shoe?
And then she said shoes made her fall. But you want to say Whitney Houston, drugs made her fall. You see what I'm saying? It's pure ignorance. It's pure ignorance. How we know you wasn't on Suboxone? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
Stay on Oprah head. She said, "How you gonna talk about Whitney falling? Did you fall too?"
Shoes.
Monique been trying to tell y'all about Oprah Winfrey. Y'all was not trying to hear that. Y'all was not trying to hear that. Oh, she tripping. She doing too much. She doing that. No. Monique been trying to tell y'all about that motherfucker Oprah. But the thing is, when people know their worth, when people know that they deserve more, y'all, it's something about that like irks y'all about people knowing their worth. Y'all don't like that. And Monique, she knows her worth. She knows she deserves to get paid more by them folks. Which
Right. Smash that like button if y'all agree with Monique and if y'all agree with this woman right here because she's telling the truth. Monique been telling us about Oprah. She's been telling us about Tyler Perry. You would think if a person was a billionaire, you ain't got nothing negative to say about nobody. Pure survival. You are already on a whole nother planet like E.T. You know what I'm talking about? You all the way up here. So why would you need to talk about somebody that's not even on planet Earth? And Monique knew that. And they tried to make it like Monique was crazy. She's hard to work with, pure survival. She want this and she want that. Yo, everybody get them likes up, man. This is crazy.
I was not trying to hear that. Nah, they didn't want to hear it. But as soon as Taraji P. Henson came out saying the same thing years later, people started listening. But when Monique was saying what she was saying, and Taraji was in their good graces, riding high off Cookie Line and Empire and Tyler Perry and all that, we didn't hear no complaining. Remember, Monique even tried to tell Taraji too. But hey, y'all wasn't trying to hear what the Monique was saying about Oprah Winfrey, but they got Oprah. Her right there, she's the perfect example of somebody that she does not like being black. I'ma just straight out say it. She don't like being black.
Everybody smash that like button if y'all agree with this woman and this woman's lace fronts. She said that Oprah does not like being black. That she does not like the color of her own skin. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we gotta pray for Stedman. Y'all don't understand. Stedman was supposed to have been the love of her life. Next thing you know, you can't, everywhere you see Oprah, you see Gayle King, you know what I'm saying? And those alleged funky vaginas. You know what I mean? Real. Like Stedman is a victim. To me, he's somewhere. I'm telling you, I think Stedman probably got his back blown out by Diddy. You know, like, it's crazy.
Try to tell Taraji too, but hey. Y'all wasn't trying to hear what the Monique was saying about Oprah Winfrey, but they got Oprah. Her right there, she's the perfect example of somebody that she does not like being black. I'ma just straight out say it. She don't like being black. She has so much to say about black excellence and about these black icons in our culture, Whitney and Michael. But when it comes to those Epstein files, right? Because she's in them
Whoa, you hear that? Because those Epstein files, why don't she talk about them? Smash that like button if y'all think that Oprah don't talk about it because she's in the Epstein files. That she don't talk about Weinstein when this man he did all kinds of stuff to women and all this stuff. And then Oprah sit there and lie, talking about, oh, I was touched as a kid. So why don't you care about the women that been abused and all that stuff like that? Why did you make the Olsen twins cry, pure survival, and go through all kinds of with that shit where they stopped eating and all that? You made them little girls cry, the Olsen twins. I ain't been seeing them on TV since, pure survival. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy.
That she does not like being black. I'ma just straight out say it. She don't like being black. She has so much to say about black excellence and about these black icons in our culture, Whitney and Michael. But when it comes to those Epstein files, right? Because she's in them too. Not a mother You crickets. Not a motherfucking word. You ain't got nothing to say about them Epstein files and why the heck you in them motherfuckers. Nothing about Trump. Nothing. But so much to say about Whitney and Michael.
Right. She says nothing about Donald and Donald Trump's toupee. She says nothing about the fact that she was in the Epstein files. Allegedly, wasn't she? Pure survival. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Oprah is with the Illuminati and she's in the Epstein files and stuff like that. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that Oprah is America's daughter. She could do no wrong. The picture that they wanted to paint of her, that they've been trying to tell us for years. And all we've been seeing is the total opposite. That's why I said I don't believe she's in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And I believe, matter of fact, I do believe she may be, but not for what they're trying to make it like. She's in there trying to gain some shit from us. I believe she's gonna post a picture in the hospital. Oh, I'm going to da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Most seriously, after the Whitney Houston comment. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Right. Because she's in them too. Not a mother. You crickets. Not a motherfucking word. You ain't got nothing to say about them Epstein files and why the heck you in them motherfuckers. Nothing about Trump. Nothing. But so much to say about Whitney and Michael. That Oprah, she ain't been right. She ain't been right ever since Color Purple.
I had such trust from the Oprah show audience that Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. The first thing.
And look how orange that she look right here. Pure survival. Why do she look more orange than Donald Trump right here? Pure survival. Tell me right now, is that the devil? Why she looks so orange right here? How did she just turn on? I told you that they're vampires and they sleep upside down, buck ass naked in the freak off dungeon. Pure survival. You must have garlic on your motherfucker, on your hand. You have to have garlic when you're around these vampires. Y'all thought that I was playing when I was telling y'all that. Pure survival. This is pure D evil. You must put garlic all around your television. This is crazy, guys. Oprah just turned orange. She just turned orange.
I did with her when we gone behind stage and I asked her about her attention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell.
Oprah been jealous of Whitney for 50 years. She been jealous. But the reason why she came out and said what she said is because we was bashing her handler, Clive Davis.
Whoa! Everybody get them likes up if y'all agree with this woman right here. Pure survival. She said that Whitney Houston, that Oprah Winfrey was jealous of Whitney for years. I didn't know the history. That she was jealous of Whitney Houston and she did it for her handler, Clive Davis, because Clive Davis passed away. Pure survival. When that man continued to party while her body was up in the same building and made money off her. And you getting mad because people don't care that Clive Davis passed away, pure survival? So you want to disrespect our legend? Come on, you know how many motherfuckers we know that's on drugs right now, that in our family and friends, pure survival? And this woman been going all them years. So you think we care to hear you talk about she was high? Yo, this is crazy, guys. Get them likes up, get them likes up. We need 1,000 likes. We got 2,000 people, guys. Once we get 1,000 likes, y'all won't hear me say it no more. Because we need to check Oprah. She need to know. We feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? That you're connected to so many evil people and you never said nothing bad about them.
But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell.
Oprah been jealous of Whitney for 50 years. She been jealous. But the reason why she came out and said what she said is because we was bashing her handler, Clive Davis. Did y'all notice, as soon as he passed away, everybody online like, oh, we don't give a about him. We know what he did to Whitney. And then here come this bootlicker talking about some negative about Whitney, like we want to hear it.
Right. You see that? Everybody was online saying how much they didn't care that Clive Davis and his Pampers passed away, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Then out of nowhere, she dissed Oprah. I mean, she dissed Whitney. So yes, to me, I believe it was definitely behind Clive Davis.
She was not, and she fell.
Oprah been jealous of Whitney for 50 years. She been jealous. But the reason why she came out and said what she said is because we was bashing her handler, Clive Davis. Did y'all notice, as soon as he passed away, everybody online like, oh, we don't give a about him. We know what he did to Whitney. And then here come this bootlicker talking about some negative about Whitney, like we want to hear it. What Oprah don't understand is the only time we want to hear you speak is when you telling us what happened with those kids. We did not forget. What happened?
Whoa! She said, only time we want to hear you speak, Oprah, is when you tell us what happened to those kids. All of those children, ma'am. That's what we want to know. That's what we want to know.
Everybody online like, oh, we don't give a about him. We know what he did to Whitney. And then here come this bootlicker talking about some negative about Whitney, like we want to hear it. What Oprah don't understand is the only time we want to hear you speak is when you telling us what happened with those kids. We did not forget. What happened in Hawaii? What happened at your school? Why was those young girls popping up pregnant? Why was those young girls running away from your school? That's what we want to hear.
Whoa! So the young girls was popping up pregnant? Oh my God, I didn't even know that. Pure survival. Prayers for the young girls that was at Oprah school, guys. Come on, we got to get them likes up, get them likes up, get them likes up. This is getting deep. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea about that part. I knew about the schools. I didn't know those girls was getting pregnant. I did not know that. By who? Epstein, Einstein, all of them people you hang with? And you ain't mentioning that? You not mentioning that? Oh my God. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate all of y'all, guys. I appreciate all of y'all. We got to get them likes up, man. We standing with Whitney.
Hear it. What Oprah don't understand is the only time we want to hear you speak is when you telling us what happened with those kids. We did not forget. What happened in Hawaii? What happened at your school? Why was those young girls popping up pregnant? Why was those young girls running away from your school? That's what we want to hear. We don't want to hear nothing else. Your opinion about Whitney Houston don't fucking matter. We love Whitney, not you. You've been a bootlicker since Color Purple had your dumb sitting there looking like an ugly.
You know what, Oprah? This is the reason why nobody with your ass now. Because why would you tell us this?
Because she's on a mission working for the devil. Up here talking about this lady, she's been gone for 14 years, bringing up mess that happened almost 20 years ago. And the crazy part for me is she knew she wouldn't say any of this if Whitney was alive.
Why would you tell the whole world that bogus story about Whitney? Whitney gone on to glory back in 2012. It is 2026.
2012, 14 years later, right after the demon Clive Davis dies, you disrespect this woman. She been going since 2012. 2012. 14 years. That is insane, guys. Evil, evil, evil.
That bogus story about Whitney. Whitney gone on to glory back in 2012. It is 2026. 14 years. Babies that was born around the time Whitney passed away are starting high school this upcoming school year. And you're going to tell us this guy story. Let Whitney rest in peace. It's already a tragic story. Whitney's gone and her daughter's gone. It's already a tragedy. We don't need any more negativity associated with Whitney's name. That's why nobody want to put your ass now, because you are such a petty, vindictive Oh, Oprah, go kick some rocks or something.
Now you see this? So if you're in the hospital, the people is not gonna care. So if you think that you can try to sympathize and make people feel bad for you, if you really are indeed in a hospital, allegedly, this is how people feel about what you just did, Oprah. So I don't know why the Illuminati said, "Hey, look, go to the hospital right now. Hurry up and check in for the people to feel bad for you." You are not in tune with reality. People is gonna say, "We don't give a damn." They're gonna be happy. Pure survival.
And when she say that, I say, damn, it must be her turn. Yeah. You know, and as a black person, every time something come out of somebody's mouth and they say things to take another black person down who's a legacy artist, you know what I'm saying? I feel like your turn have came where you have to do something in the public that's either humiliating or humiliating somebody else that got status. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, if y'all agree with Hot Boy Turk, this man is from Cash Money. Hot Boy Turk said that it's Oprah's turn to do a humiliation ritual publicly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she was doing to Whitney Houston. Smash that like button, guys, if y'all think that that was a humiliation ritual. Like this was some shit where she had to, man, that Illuminati stuff is real, guys. Listen what Hot Boy Turk say again.
Go kick some mother rocks or something.
Now, when she say that, I say, damn, it must be her turn. Yeah. You know, and as a black person, every time something come out of somebody's mouth and they say things to take another black person down who's a legacy artist, you know what I'm saying? I feel like your turn have came where you have to do something in the public that's either humiliating or humiliating somebody else that got status, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what Oprah did, because if that happened on your show and you told the people on your show don't put that footage out, that means you cared enough about Whitney Houston when she was alive. Why wait till she died years later and bring that up? If you told other people don't put it out, what was the reason for you telling other people don't put it out then?
Whoa! Smash that like button, guys. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. I know y'all agree with what Turk just said. That is very, very deep. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that, Oprah? You had to been called, just like Jay-Z and Jay-Z's lace front wig. Jay-Z's lace front wig, pure survival. All of y'all Illuminati people have to do certain things for the system. Y'all got to do things that them people want y'all to do to get to that certain level. That's why I don't want to be famous no more. Not in the Hollywood realm, pure survival, because I wouldn't have a back. I would not have a back no more. All y'all will be doing is talking to my front, pure survival. They'll try to tear my back out the frame. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, I'm a big time star, but I can't even doodle right. I can't even doodle because I done went to the Illuminati. This is crazy, guys.
Told the people on your show don't put that footage out. That means you cared enough about Whitney Houston when she was alive. Why wait till she died years later and bring that up? If you told other people don't put it out, what was the reason for you telling other people don't put it out then?
Yeah, it's definitely Oprah's turn. That's why she's doing this. And quiet as it's kept, it's been Oprah's turn. And she's been trying to delay it. But the train is coming, Oprah. It's not a coincidence that the Weinstein and the Epstein and all these people that she was rubbing elbows with, they all went down. And somehow they're going to leave Oprah unscathed. It's not happening.
Do y'all agree with that? That Oprah Winfrey time is coming? Because if you think, look at all of them people, they've been getting their karma. You know what I'm saying? And she is coming close. Shout out to Ricky Smiley, comedian Ricky Smiley, because he went off on Oprah too. There are so many people that are outraged about this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like we cannot continue to let this woman. Look at Tyler Perry. Mo Diaz getting his karma, allegedly grabbing men's tasty cakes and grabbing men's wieners. He's out here getting exposed right now. Tyler's going down too. You know what I'm saying? But Ricky Smiley and Ricky Smiley's gray beard goes in on Oprah right here.
Boy, I want to talk about something. A few things. We were having a conversation on the morning show this morning, and so on the news feed, when the news feed came up this morning during the morning show, it had came up a conversation about Oprah Winfrey and some things that she was saying about Whitney Houston. And how y'all doing? Good seeing y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Love you too. Happy Wednesday. What up from Cleveland and Colorado? I see y'all. Let me just, cause I don't want this live to be mean spirited.
Now you say you hear him say, I don't want this to be mean spirited. So he's trying to make sure he say it to where he don't go down to her level, but he's about to check Oprah. Smash that like button.
This is my opinion, and I think I probably speak for 90% of Black America. Oprah Winfrey was talking about something that happened on the set of her show during the taping of the Oprah Winfrey Show, where Oprah said that Whitney Houston was so high that she fell. And she said that she begged everybody not to report it or film or video that and put that out, this, that, and the other. And Pat Brown, if I'm not mistaken, not Pat Brown, Pat Houston, if I'm not mistaken, which is Whitney Houston's sister, responded.
Everybody get them likes up for Whitney Houston's sister, guys. Everybody, we need 1,000 likes in the building. We got 2,000 people. Whitney Houston's sister responded. This is how you know how evil and demonic this shit is. Real family members that miss and love their relative has to hear this evil that Oprah is out here sprouting. Her own sister, Whitney Houston's sister, had to step up, and her publicist.
Pat Brown, Pat Houston, if I'm not mistaken, which is Whitney Houston's sister, responded. And, and said that it was dark and she fell. And I have to say that whether you believe Pat Houston or whether you believe Oprah, this is me. I don't care if she was high or not. Whitney Houston is dead and gone and passed away.
Everybody smash that like button if y'all agree with Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley said he doesn't care if Whitney Houston was high or not. If she was high or not on your show, ma'am, pure survival. She's dead and gone. Resting in peace. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't care. We know other people that was high last night in our families and friends.
And I have to say that whether you believe Pat Houston or whether you believe Oprah, this is me. I don't care if she was high or not. Whitney Houston is dead and gone and passed away. And Whitney Houston meant a lot to us. Whitney Houston was a big sister to a lot of us. I never met her personally or whatever, but I felt like she was a big sister to me. And she is pretty much Black America's auntie.
Yes.
And everybody got a Whitney Houston in their family, somebody that they love, that's talented, that's outspoken or whatever. But it's something about Whitney Houston's death. It's something about Whitney Houston that we took her death personally. It's like
yes. Get them likes up if y'all got a Whitney Houston in y'all family. Pure survival. You heard what Ricky said. We all have a Whitney Houston in our family. You know what I'm talking about? I was a Whitney Houston before. Pure survival. And it was with alcohol. I was the drunk Whitney Houston years ago. I got almost 4.5 years alcohol free, pure survival. So Oprah, was you gonna tell motherfuckers Jamil was a drunk? Jamil used to get drunk and pass the fuck out on live. You 4 years ago. You want to bring up somebody's past, pure survival? What about the future, Oprah? What about the things that you're doing now and the things that you done slipped and hug under the rug? You know what I'm talking about? You ain't the same Oprah from Brewster's Place, Pure Survival. When you played in Brewster's Place, remember when they was beating on the bricks in the rain in the end? That's when you was still that was when you was a black Oprah, Pure Survival. I don't know who the hell you is right now. You know what I mean? Not Brewster Place, Illuminati Place is where you been during survival.
And Whitney Houston meant a lot to us. Whitney Houston was
the black auntie.
And said that it was dark and she fell. And I have to say that whether you believe Pat Houston or whether you believe Oprah, this is me. I don't care if she was high or not. Whitney Houston is dead and gone and passed away. And Whitney Houston meant a lot to us. Whitney Houston was a big sister to a lot of us. I never met her personally or whatever, but I felt like she was a big sister to me. And she is pretty much Black America's auntie. And everybody got a Whitney Houston in their family, somebody that they love, that's talented, that's outspoken or whatever. But it's something about Whitney Houston's death. It's something about Whitney Houston that we took her death personally. It's like somebody in our family died. And it's hard for me to even make the live video because I get real emotional when it comes to Whitney Houston because, you know, we don't care about none of that. And that was something that we didn't need to know. We didn't ask for that information. We didn't need to know that information. We don't care.
Do y'all agree? Do y'all agree? Smash that like button if y'all believe that we didn't need to know that information that Oprah came out with, saying that Whitney Houston was high and fell on her stage. Did y'all need to know that? Because honestly, I didn't need to know that.
About none of that. And that was something that we didn't need to know. We didn't ask for that information. We didn't need to know that information. We don't care. Whitney Houston is somebody that you just don't talk about in the Black community if you're in touch. You don't talk about the Obamas. You don't talk about Whitney Houston. We're sensitive about Michael Jackson. And you don't talk about the Kings. That's Black royalty that you just don't talk about. We don't play about Whitney Houston. I know I don't. Because I don't care what her downfall was. We all have downfall. We all have had things that we're struggling. We all have people in our family that's struggling with addiction, and we have.
Y'all hear that? Smash that like button. Shout out to the lounge, beautiful coming in a building. Pills are Bible. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody get them likes up. We all put a one in the chat if y'all got somebody in your family that struggles with something and some kind of addiction. Put a two in the chat. If everybody in your family is clean and all of your friends are clean, nobody does drugs, alcohol, you never endured drugs, alcohol, no sex addictions, no type of shit, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. Oprah and we know you not.
Don't talk about. We don't play about Whitney Houston. I know I don't. Because I don't care what her downfall was. We all have downfall. We all have had things that we're struggling with. We all have people in our family that's struggling with addiction, and we have lost loved ones to addiction, whatever the case may be. But why would you bring stuff like that up? Why is it when it comes to you and Gail, right after Kobe Bryant died, Gail interviewed Lisa Leslie, if I'm not mistaken, was asking her about a sexual assault case that he was found innocent of. And the fact that y'all are so out of touch with the Black community and been rich so long that you don't even know not to talk about certain things.
Wow, he said Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey in her Timo wig, Pure Survival, is so out of touch. They've been rich for so long, they have no idea what us people down here, like what to say and what not to say. That's how far gone they've been in that Illuminati system. You know what I'm saying? That they are out of touch. And Ricky Smiley said, how come when it come to you and Gayle King brought up Kobe Bryant, a sexual assault charge that the man beat after he was deceased? Why would you bring up a sexual charge that the man beat when he was resting in peace? They do this stuff on purpose, guys. Come on, we need 400 more likes, guys. We is popping in here. You know what I mean? We done already had 2,300 people in the building, and none of us care if Oprah's really in the hospital or not.
Loved ones to addiction, whatever the case may be, but why would you bring stuff like that up? Why is it when it comes to you and Gayle, right after Kobe Bryant died, Gayle interviewed Lisa Leslie, if I'm not mistaken, was asking her about a sexual assault case that he was found innocent of. And the fact that y'all are so out of touch with the black community and been rich so long that you don't even know not to talk about certain things a certain kind of way. Because if you was really sincere and genuine about people not filming that stuff, then you might as well have told them to film, because you brought it up and aired it out anyway. What does it matter? The only thing I can think about Whitney Houston is how I feel when she sung the Star Spangled Banner during the Super Bowl. How she made me feel when she sung with the Georgia Mass Choir, I love the Lord who heard my cry. How she made me feel when she sang, I go to the rock when the earth around me is sinking sand, on Christ's solid rock I stand.
Exactly, Oprah. Why couldn't you bring that up about Whitney Houston? I've never heard, everybody smash that like button if Whitney Houston's Star Spangled Banner performance was the best one you ever heard, Pure Survival, or the best one you ever seen. When she did, and I will always look, that's it, give me chills up to this day, Oprah, Pure Survival. You know what I'm talking about? You are jealous. And if you are indeed in the hospital, people do not care. But like I said, I don't believe that you are. I believe this is another one of you and Gayle an Illuminati scam to try to get people back on your side. That makes no sense. You disrespect somebody that we love and care about and think that you can go in the hospital and we're going to sympathize with you? That makes no sense at all.
Brought it up and aired it out anyway. What does it matter? The only thing I can think about Whitney Houston is how I feel when she sung the Star Spangled Banner during the Super Bowl. How she made me feel when she sung with the Georgia Mass Choir, I love the Lord who heard my cry. How she made me feel when she sang, I go to the rock when the earth around me is sinking sand, on Christ's solid rock I stand. That's how she made me feel inside. How the many tears, that song meant so much. That song was sung at my son's funeral. And Donnie McCoy did a good job singing it, man, but I swear I had Whitney Houston just in my spirit. And I just don't play when it comes to Whitney Houston. She is an aunt to us. She means a lot to the black community. She is a treasure with black folks. I remember being a freshman in college and the hit song was I Want to Dance with Somebody, and then it goes into the keychain.
Everybody get them likes up. We need 300 more likes if y'all agree with Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley, I'm not going to front, man. Shout out to you. You really laid into Oprah and you laid into her the right way. Pure survival. I can't be that politically correct and check her like that good at the same time. I got to do it in a pure survival mode. But I'm not going to lie. The way Ricky breaking this thing down, it's very emotional. And this man lost his son like not too long ago. You know what I mean? And Whitney Houston music played, like he said, at his son's funeral. And then to hear you disrespect Whitney like that, oh, people, I see why he ain't playing with you.
And I just don't play when it comes to Whitney Houston. She is an aunt to us. She means a lot to the black community. She is a treasure with black folks. I remember being a freshman in college and the hit song was I Want to Dance with Somebody, and then it goes into the key change and how she sung that song. We absolutely love Whitney Houston. We love Whitney and Bobby. We laughed at her. We made jokes or whatever, but everybody have a Whitney Houston in their family somebody that's struggling and dealing with something and just outside of the box or whatever, and might make you clutch your pearls every now and then, but you just absolutely love them. And Whitney Houston is not one to be talking about. We feel that way. Why? She's not here to defend herself. Why you just can't? And see, we gotta always remember when we doing stuff like this, what are people gonna say about you when you die?
Whoa! Did you hear that? If y'all gonna be listen, I don't even like to talk evil, but Ricky Smiley just said, "What are people gonna say about you, Oprah, when you die?" Smash that like button if y'all not gonna care. Put a one in the chat if y'all gonna care. And I'm not telling y'all what to say or not, but that's a good point. What are they gonna say when you pass, Oprah? Pure survival. Sound like people would be more hurt if if we found out that Stedman passed away and still hiding under the freak off dungeon mansion. Stedman's body and bones is probably hid under the fucking back of the house. We still ain't seen that man yet.
They have a Whitney Houston in their family somebody that's struggling and dealing with something and just outside of the box or whatever, and might make you clutch your pearls every now and then, but you just absolutely love them. And Whitney Houston is not one to be talking about. We feel that way. Why? She's not here to defend herself. Why you just can't? And see, we gotta always remember when we doing stuff like this, what are people gonna say about you when you die?
Right.
What are people going to say about you when they close that casket and when they lower you off into that cold grave? What are they going to say about you? What memory and legacy are you leaving? Yes, you gave away scholarships and did a lot of great things and had their own network and a lot of great things in the community, but you know, sometimes, man, stuff like that, it just really put a bad taste in me. And I swear I be giving chance after chance. I'm trying to convince myself, no, she don't. Oprah and Gail, they don't hate men. You be mad for a minute, then you start back watching on and start trying to support whatever call you see her at the opening up the Obama, like, oh, wow, there's Oprah after that died down. And then all of a sudden you start back feeling good and okay with Oprah, Gail, whatever that means, there's something else happened that just really just remind you all, like, why?
Ricky said, the moment you start to feel like, damn, okay, I want to give Oprah and Gail a break. Maybe they're okay. Maybe they're not men haters. Maybe they're not eating each other's kitty cat. Well, pure survival. Maybe they're not freak off vampires. Maybe. And then she does something again to remind you, yes, she is.
When you start back feeling good and okay with Oprah, Gail, whatever that means, there's something else happened that just really just remind you all, like, why? Why? Nobody needed to know that about Whitney Houston. It's a lot of stuff that I could say that I've seen personally and that I know, but I know not to say it. And I don't think saying it is the right thing to do. And it's just all about being tone deaf.
Wow. So Ricky Smiley said, look, I know some things, Oprah, that I could say, but I'm just not going to say it. Pure survival. Wonder what he's talking about, Oprah. And he's being cool enough not to call you out, like far as to say what we know or what we believe strongly. He's just G-checking you.
We talk about a lot of people, but Whitney Houston is somebody that we kind of don't like when people talk about Whitney Houston. We just don't like it. We love Whitney Houston. All you have to do is just go listen to the Bodyguard soundtrack and the songs that Whitney Houston put on there and remember how her voice is so spiritual and angelic. I wouldn't have gave a damn if she was a stripper, prostitute, crack cocaine. Well, I don't care. None of that matters to me. But what I do know is Whitney Houston to put me to sleep many nights with tears in my eyes and how
Facts. Whitney Houston done made me cry. We don't even got that same kind of music that we got from them back in the day. Pure Survival. We don't get that shit today where the music touch your goddamn soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of legends are like that. Just like Amy Winehouse. She was struggling with drugs terribly. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Her music makes me cry. You know what I mean? Her music touched my soul. So I didn't give a damn that Amy was struggling with what she was going through. I mean, I didn't look at her, look down on her because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. She got the song, what? Love is a losing game. How far? Yo, oh my God. One I wish I never played. Oh, what a mess we made. I'm talking about, I cry when I listen to that shit up to this day. Pure Survival. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't got that kind of gift to have that power thing. So whatever they're deemed, like DMX, y'all gonna make me know. Oprah gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. I don't care that DMX struggled with the drugs. Pure Survival. He got music that's timeless, that never gonna be made again. It's never gonna be another motherfucker get at me, dog. You know what I'm talking about? This DMX. And Oprah, you know damn well that you with the Illuminati. And I know that Stedman is somewhere trapped in a freak-off dungeon. And Oprah, you need to be in jail, just like Diddy. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to all our legends. Oprah, you're not a legend in my book.
no, I don't care. None of that matters to me. But what I do know is Whitney Houston to put me to sleep many nights with tears in my eyes and how she made me get in that car. I can't tell you how many praise breaks I had in the car listening to I Love the Rock and I Love the Lord Who Heard My Cry or whatever. And I felt like I was part of America when she sung the Star Spangled Banner.
Exactly. Exactly. And the man that you defending, allegedly, you, Ray J, all of y'all, you know what I'm saying, did some stuff. You know what I mean? With Whitney. And it's just sad. It is just very, very, very sad. But do we need to
And this is
remind
what
you
I do know for
when you was taken up for Weinstein? Remember this?
I do know for sure, when something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment.
Singer Seal Instagram this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul.
Look at this. Why ain't you telling us about you kissing on this vampire, on this demonic entity, man? Pure Survival. And even Seal, Singer Seal, literally said that Oprah standing up talking about she cares about these victims when you're part of the problem. Seal and the craters in Seal's face said that. You're part of the problem, man. Look at this. Why don't you tell us about this? Did you have an affair with this demon? Everybody get them likes up, guys.
Fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment.
Singer Seal Instagram this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul. It reads, when you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution.
The question now, could past attendees like Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Kelly Osbourne, Justin Bieber, and Usher be potentially questioned by federal investigators?
Were that there are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at.
And that's when Oprah was worried about them Diddy parties. Remember when Hollywood was set on fire last year? I believe that they were hiding tapes. Guys. Everybody smash that like button. We need 200 more likes. You know what I'm saying? She was a part of the freak-off dungeons. What about them tapes, Oprah? You allegedly had a tape with Justin Bieber getting bent like a Pepsi can by Diddy and was selling it for 75 million or something like that. Allegedly, that's what I heard.
Diddy's reign is clearly over,
But there is another powerful figure who some believe could face a similar reckoning, and it is not Jay-Z. It is Oprah. Rumors have been circulating for years suggesting that Oprah's carefully crafted public image may not tell the full story, and some believe this moment in the entertainment industry could mark a turning point for her as well. To understand why people have been questioning her reputation, it helps to look at what has already surfaced. Even setting aside any major accusations, Oprah has been described by some as a bully whose private behavior does not always match the...
Yes, sweetheart. She is the devil, in my opinion. That's just how I feel about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you can even see it right here. Pure survival. It's something about her face that you could just see like evil in it. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion, Oprah. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But this lady, man, is wild. Everybody get them likes up.
And caring persona she projects publicly. One moment that reignited criticism was a resurfaced interview with the Olsen twins, where many viewers felt Oprah came across as overly invasive and lacking in sensitivity, particularly given that the two were still teenagers at the time.
People are going to write what they want to write. We try not to read the good or the bad because it just kind of comes with the territory.
And these are, y'all remember the Olsen twins. These little girls have not been in Hollywood that I know of since Oprah broke their heart on this show. Made it a joke about what these girls was going through.
Either you're too fat, you're too skinny, and people are just going to write what they...
What size are you, by the way?
Size?
Yeah,
I'm really short.
You're not sure?
Girls, and
That's so interesting. That is so interesting. I'm like obsessed with size, and you're like, I really don't know.
Mary-Kate did eventually seek treatment for an eating disorder later that year. And we've progressed and we've seen just the look on her face, how horrified Mary-Kate and her sister Ashley were when they were asked that question, and then for Oprah to laugh about it. It comes off tone deaf.
There is also the
Y'all see that? She laughed about what them girls was going through to where they went and started having eating disorders. And y'all remember she made Taraji cry. She had her breakdown and crying. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Everybody smash that like button.
Documented case of Monique, the actress who has publicly accused both Tyler Perry and Oprah of blackballing her from the industry. Her claims gained significant credibility when Perry openly admitted to playing a role in ensuring she did not get hired for certain projects. Monique has also alleged that Oprah began taking roles that were originally offered to her first. But perhaps the most deeply personal grievance came when Oprah invited Monique's estranged family onto her show without consulting her beforehand. Monique was only informed that the brother who had sexually assaulted her would be present, not that her entire estranged family would be appearing on national television.
And you gotta be evil, because y'all know that Monique was supposed to be in the movie The Butler. She was supposed to play in the movie The Butler. And Oprah Winfrey went behind her back and went and snuck and stole her role from her. Like what? Like yo, I'm sorry. That lady, man.
Obligation to let Oprah Winfrey know how I really felt. Now, I want you to understand something, too. See, this is why me and Oprah Winfrey got a problem.
It's still there.
Until that woman says, let me apologize to you publicly, it'll be to the day I leave this earth. Because what you did was malicious, and it was intentional, and it was ugly.
If Oprah was watching this, what would you tell her?
I would say, Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do, and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, oh, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are.
Wow. Everybody seeing Oprah for who she is. Smash that like button, guys, if y'all agree with Monique and Monique's daddy. Pure survival. This is Monique's husband, the man with the peanut head. This is her daddy. She calls her husband her daddy. You know what I mean? We got to show love to Monique and her daddy. Because Monique and her daddy been calling Oprah out.
Behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, oh, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are.
Let them know what you said.
Well, okay. And she said, if you think I did something wrong. I want to apologize. And what my husband told me a long time ago, an apology is not something that you think you need to give. If somebody else think you need to give it, it's what you feel.
And y'all know that Oprah's got to be evil because she told Monique, if you think that I did something wrong, then I'm sorry. So that means that she didn't think she did nothing wrong. Everybody smash that like button if y'all think that Oprah Winfrey owes Whitney Houston's family an apology for what she just did. We should have 1,000 likes in this building because we almost there. I think you owe Whitney Houston an apology and her fans, everybody. You owe us all an apology for this story you told about her that we didn't even care about.
Well, okay. And she said, if you think I did something wrong, I want to apologize. And what my husband told me a long time ago, an apology is not something that you think you need to give. If somebody else think you need to give it, it's what you feel. So she came off like Mother Earth that she is. If you think I did something wrong, no, Oprah, it ain't what I think. You did do something wrong. You maliciously, and you had full intentions of having my parents on your show and not saying anything to me. Was that for ratings?
It seemed like she exploited the situation.
Were you just exploiting me? There are some sisters in this business that are about it. Regina King was there that night. Angela Bassett was.
But perhaps the most serious and damaging connection of all, the one that some believe ties her to the wider industry scandal, is her long-standing professional relationship with Harvey Weinstein. While Oprah was quick to deliver...
And look how pale this man's face is. Pure survival. Oprah Winfrey's booth thing, the man looked more pale than Tom Hanks did in the movie Philadelphia, Pure Survival, when he had the virus. You know what I'm saying? And this is the man that she defends and loves dearly during Survival. The man looked like chalk. This is crazy.
Powerful speech about women facing sexual assault and was praised widely for speaking out. Many people pointed out that she had collaborated closely with Weinstein for years without ever publicly raising any concerns. It is difficult for many to accept that she never witnessed anything troubling during that time. When she did eventually address the situation, she avoided calling Weinstein out directly, instead referring to it broadly as a watershed moment and speaking about the issue from a general perspective rather than specifically naming the man at the center of it.
This is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. And what I do believe is actually happening is that, first of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have.
And that's what you triggered by saying what you said about Whitney Houston. Anger, frustration, all of this type of stuff that you didn't care about right here. You just didn't want to mention and talk about Weinstein. Talking about it's a watershed moment. Pretty much saying that these girls need to go somewhere and cry you a river.
I happened to be on set with several actresses the other day, and we were filming some things, and they hadn't slept over a period of 2 or 3 days, and I was like, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, you guys are suffering from PTSD."
And when you start talking about it out loud too,
everybody has a story. Everybody has a story, and so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a
She said, if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we would have lost this moment. So she didn't want to come down on her pale boyfriend, Pure Survival, but you wanted to keep the situation and talk about Whitney Houston. You thought we were going to bandwagon with you about, that is crazy. But let's talk about you, Clive Davis, Shitty Diapers, allegedly hiring Ray J to unalive Whitney Houston. Let's get back to that, guys. Smash that like button, everybody, if y'all think that Ray J got something to do with Whitney Houston's death, and if y'all think that he was put up by these people, Clive Davis and all of them.
I've been through a lot in these past 2 weeks. I'm able to look at life in a whole different way.
Why did you let the party go on? Of course, this is a personal thing, but the Grammys were the next night.
You don't cancel. You turn an evening into a tribute. You did it, magnificent.
He asked him, why did you keep partying while Whitney Houston was dead? He's talking about, you don't stop a party. We just turn it into a celebration. Baloney. The whole thing was to get her unalive so y'all can make money off of her, sir.
The Grammys for the next night. You don't cancel. You turn an evening into a tribute. You did it, magnificent.
I saw Ray J coming out of the hotel, hiding his head, being pushed into the car. Why? I looked and I said, why is he hiding? Why is he hiding his face? He's always trying to show his face.
And then the next thing you know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the dealer in, but she was sober, right?
So it looks like the rumors about Krusty Davis, I meant Davis, and Ray J being behind Whitney Houston's death might be true after all. And according to new evidence circulating following his death, they had a deeper hand in her death than we thought. People have been speculating for years that Ray J was involved in Whitney's death, but he denied it down. He even denied being at the hotel Whitney was at when she died. But there's literally a video of him sneaking out through the...
And look at that. Ray J said he wasn't there when Whitney died, but he's literally being snuck out the back door. This is what this boy, in my opinion, he knew he couldn't tell on Clive Davis and Clive Davis shitty diapers, pure survival. He couldn't tell on Oprah. He couldn't snitch on her Timo wig because he needed to get the love for Ray J's show. Ray J was trying to get his career off the ground, pure survival. He was tired of being called Moesha, Brandy's brother. You know what I'm saying? This is before his sex tape. So he had to sacrifice somebody. Smash that like button if y'all agree with what I'm saying, guys. We need 100 more likes. Double tap that screen, and we got 1,000 likes in the building. This man said he wasn't there, but he's hiding out. He being snuck out the back door.
That Ray J was involved in Whitney's death, but he denied it down. He even denied being at the hotel Whitney was at when she died. But there's literally a video of him sneaking out through the back of the hotel. And Whitney's sister-in-law actually sat on TV and blatantly said she knew Ray J was involved the moment she saw that paparazzi footage of him sneaking out the back. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard Ray J and Davis's dusty tale come up a lot in Whitney's case. And it's for good reason. These two men were the two people she trusted the most, and they both completely failed her before and after her death. Word on the street is that Clive allegedly paid Ray J to come into Whitney's life just when she was getting better to pull her right back into her addiction.
Wow. Do y'all hear that? If y'all agree with that allegedly Clive Davis paid Ray J to get Whitney back on drugs when she was trying to get clean just to unalive her. That's wild.
Davis's dusty tale come up a lot in Whitney's case, and it's for good reason. These two men were the two people she trusted the most, and they both completely failed her before and after her death. Word on the street is that Clive allegedly paid Ray J to come into Whitney's life just when she was getting better to pull her right back into her addiction, an addiction that was later used to cover up her death. You see, right before Whitney passed, she and Ray J were messing around, and that situation had everybody talking for several reasons. First, because of the crazy age gap between them, and second, there were allegations that he was providing her with substances again after she came from rehab. Now, they never officially came out and confirmed they were a couple, but they were spotted together so much that people basically put two and...
And I showed y'all the other day, look how sneaky Ray J face looked right here, pure survival. Why would you give her, allegedly, drugs after she got out of rehab? You know the Illuminati had Ray J right there waiting for her, pure survival. We don't want her to be, we want her to still be on drugs. Smash that like button, guys, if this man looks sneaky right here to y'all. Or maybe it's just me. But Ray J's look like he's looking on the ground, like he's looking in the car somewhere, like got the FaceTime on. Look, I got her, pure survival. Just don't worry about it, I got her. Yeah, I'm about to get her high real fast. Look at how sneaky he looked. That's crazy.
Two together on their own. At the time, Whitney was already struggling with substance addiction, and this was one of the most talked about things whenever she appeared in an interview.
Dying. Rehab fails.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. It's cheap.
I make too much money to ever smoke. Let's get that straight, okay? Is it alcohol? Is it pills? It has been. At times. All? At times. If you had to name the devil for you, the biggest devil among them? That would be me. It's my deciding. It's my...
And the biggest devil, if Whitney Houston, she had named the biggest devil, was sitting right in front of her, was literally Clive Davis, Pure Survival, was literally Oprah and Oprah's Tima wig. You know what I'm saying?
Heart. It's what I want. I can tell you that I am not self-destructive. I'm not a person who wants to die. I'm a person who has life.
Now, when Whitney was reported dead, and the LA County Department of Medical Examiner's Office concluded that her death was from accidental drowning caused by the effects of heart disease and substance use, people were still side-eyeing the entire situation. The allegations only got worse when a video went viral of Whitney interrupting an interview by Brandy and Monica to give Brandy a letter. Brandy has repeatedly refused to tell us what the letter said, but word on the street is that Whitney was asking Brandy for help, and that she did it on camera because wouldn't be able to stop her if the cameras were on. They even said in the letter that Whitney was allegedly also asking Brandy to protect Bobby Christina when she died. And something else I found interesting was how disturbed looked when Whitney gave Brandy...
And look at how this man looking right here. Look at him. He's like, look, I got the chocolate girl, women around me, Pure Survival. I'm running the show. I can do whatever I want to do. And you had Whitney when she was 16, 17 years old, sir. She trusted you. She loved you, everything. How could somebody that you care about die and you continue to still party? You know what I mean? That is insane. Smash that like button, guys. Let everybody get them likes up, man. This is crazy.
The letter. He even tried to get a peep, but Brandy immediately took it and held it tightly, even though she was also looking confused as to what Whitney could have possibly said. But it gets even worse. Went on to do something that really confirmed to everyone that he never actually cared for Whitney, despite knowing her since she was 19. So on the night Whitney died, Davis was hosting his annual pre-Grammy party, and Whitney had been expected to attend and went on as scheduled. In fact, she ended up dying in the same hotel where the party was meant to take place, but instead of canceling it as any normal person would, he actually let the party happen despite her dead body being right upstairs. You cannot make this up. Many people, including Whitney's friends and family, Shaka Khan, Tyler Perry, and even Wendy Williams, made it very clear how disgusting it was that would do something like that. But
yo, I can't imagine somebody that's supposed to be cool with me or like a loved one or somebody that claimed that they love me, you know, and they hear that I passed away in the same building and they are partying. Like, it doesn't make you sick. It doesn't make you want to go throw up. It doesn't make you want, it made you want to party. No, it made you want to make the money that you felt that you already knew. I felt like, in my opinion, Clive was like, job well done, Ray J. Pure Survival. Job well done. Now we must party. Now we must party. Somebody get over here and change my Pampers. Pure Survival. I got shit and piss all over here. I got poop all on my fingertips. That's because how could you party under them circumstances? That's crazy.
according to him, he did it as a tribute to her. You cannot make this up.
Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, the show must go on. She's the kind of woman that would say, stop everything. I'm not going to be there. You know, I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life he had influenced so enormously and whose life had been affected by her, sort of. They were like, I don't understand how that party from Miami at about 5:30. As soon as I hit the tarmac, I found out, I heard, and I couldn't put on makeup, I couldn't get dressed, I couldn't do anything. I was paralyzed. It made it no secret.
And you hear that? She said, I couldn't do nothing. I was paralyzed when I found out that Whitney passed. Pure survival. That's how much Shocker Khan, how it affected her. It seemed like Clive Davis, Whitney's death didn't matter to him at all. These dumb people is evil. Like they all about money. You know what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat, guys, if y'all think that Oprah Winfrey is definitely evil. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that I'm just wrong. Oprah is just a great person, and she just, people have just been lying on her for all of these years. That she's just this innocent bystander. She's just this innocent bystander. Cause I'm just like, it is just wow. And like I told y'all the other day, look how many times they tried to kill Ray J this year. When Ray J was ready to start crashing out, telling us things, it's like he's back alive now. Ray J came out and said he got 2 weeks left to live, pure survival. And then the next thing you know, blood coming down his nose, all types of shit. And then now he's out running around. I think he had the baby. He gave birth because I know he was pregnant by Diddy before Pure Survival. Vampires could be pregnant up to 2 years or 3 years or something like that. But I think he had the baby. He's out running around like nothing's wrong with him right now. I think he was like, look, he told the Illuminati, look, all right, I'm not gonna tell. You know what I mean? And they spared his life. But that's how it go. Once you sign up with these people, you have to do demonic things. You have to do rituals, all types of stuff. Look at Kanye West. He said that they had to sacrifice his mother. Like, what? It's just all evil at the end of the day during survival. Shout out to all of y'all in the building, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of my members. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody in the building, all the newcomers. We're not playing about this. Oprah is her turn. Like to for real. I want to hear Oprah was arrested and it be real. Because I just believe this woman been involved in so much heinous acts and she's been getting away with things for so long that it's not even funny. It's not even funny at this point. So disrespecting Whitney Houston like that didn't go the way you thought it was going to go. So if you're in the hospital or if you're not in the hospital, I don't care either way. So if you post a picture outside of emergency room, I feel like people gonna get in there and be like, girl, we don't give a damn. Good. Why are you still here? People, I just know people gonna go in on you. Because like I said, if she's allegedly in the hospital, like sources close to her saying, they told her to do that. Just like they told her to do the Whitney Houston thing. They told her to do that. Look, to make up with the Black America, they're going to feel bad that you're in the hospital. That's how I know they're out of touch. Because people is not going to care if she is or if she not. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all of y'all, man. We're going to stay up on this whole thing with Oprah. Because she's dead wrong. Dead wrong. I've never heard her say one thing bad about Weinstein. Oprah loves fat burgers. Pure survival. She loves a fat burger. Shout out to Seeker of the Truth. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Like the Biggie song. She was friends with Harvey Weinstein. Yes. And never said nothing bad about him. Oprah is watching this live right now. Poison Puppet, you right. She probably is. Pure survival. She probably contacted YouTube police. Look, get them. We got the garlic in the building. Shout out to Miss M for putting the garlic in the building. You know what I mean? Look, my baby got all the laughing emojis. She's cracking up. She didn't become the richest black woman in America by not doing same Ellen and Epstein. Wow, facts. You know what I mean? Shout out to Candy Thomas, said Pure Survival. You know what I mean? I don't feel bad for her. I don't either. I swear to goodness. Shout out to you. I don't. When she started the jab, she lost weight damaged her insides. It must have damaged her brains too. Real recognize real in the building. The prayers are Bible. You know what I mean? Epstein. Guys, if Oprah's really in the hospital, put a 1 in the chat if y'all feel bad for her. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't give a damn if she's really in the hospital. I want to hear this. This is my first time watching your channel. Shout out to Team Sidedale, Pure Survival. Oh my God, Oprah, look. So if you are watching my live, look how many people that don't care if you really are in the hospital. Nobody's buying it. That's what it looks like to me. Nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying it. Like I showed y'all, her and Gail lied and said Oprah was in the hospital last year. The year before that, she supposed to went to the hospital. The year before, every time she does something disrespectful to the black community, she says that something bad happened or she's sick. She got a stomach virus to try to gain us back after you just stabbed us in our back. Nobody cares. That is crazy. Man, shout out to all of y'all. Like I said, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and definitely follow me on Facebook, Pure Survival. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on those platforms for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? After I get off here, I go straight over to Facebook. I go straight over to Instagram. I go straight over to TikTok, Pure Survival. You know what I mean? When will she see Clive Davis in the pits of he hockey sticks? Pure Survival. Yo, you funny as hell. I just looked it up. Yeah, listen, well, guess what? That's because she's a liar, her and Gail. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. We're going to see. This is just her way of thinking she's going to get the black community back. But like I said, I don't give a damn. I'm just letting you know what sources close to her is saying, you know. But we'll see, guys. Like I said, salute to all of y'all. Pure Survival.